The following is a presentation of Kamehameha Schools, Bernice Pauahi Bishop Estate.
Aloha mai ku'umauhoa hoi hoi ka'olelo Hawaii. Welcome to Kulāiwi. This is our first Hawaiian language lesson in a series of 12, every Saturday morning 10 to 11 here on Channel 26. The show is being sponsored by Kamehameha Schools, Bishop Estate, in collaboration with the State Department of Education. I'm Likelike Crozier, and I'll be your kumu for these classes. Kumu is instructor, okay, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'd like to share with you first how this show is going to work. Every class focuses on a family, Tutu and her three mo'opuna, her three grandchildren. And we follow them through different activities that they participate in. We watch Tutu bring home her friend today, and we see our littlest one, Kealohi, go off to school. We see our older cousin, Kunane, go to the movies and go shopping with his friends and even go paddling. And then we see Ku'uwehi, the middle cousin, go off picking flowers with her hula sisters. And so what we've tried to do is show you that Hawaiian language can be used in all different kinds of activities in our daily life. We can use it just like how I'm speaking English to you. We should be speaking Hawaiian all the time. And so through these little vignettes, these little short video clips, we'll be learning Hawaiian language. Following each video clip, I'll come back on and then we'll review the different grammar structures that were taught in that clip. And I welcome phone calls from all of you. In fact, the number for Oahu, if you'd like to call and practice with me or ask questions or make comments, and just make nice comments now, okay? Because I'd like to talk story with you and find out how I can help you with Hawaiian language. The number for Oahu is 946-0700. Once again, number for Oahu is 946-0700. And our ohana on the neighbor islands, you can call us too, 1-800-342-7949. Again, the number for neighbor island people, 1-800-342-7949. And the number will be on your screen, so when I say, okay, time to call in, then just pick up the phone and call and talk story with me. Let me know how you're doing, or if you just want to practice what we've learned. Today, I would really like to mahalo all of you for watching, because the Hawaiian language is one of two official languages of the state of Hawaii. And unfortunately, we don't have enough people speaking. Over 150 years ago, the State Department of Education stopped all Hawaiian language in the schools. And that, brought the language to almost a standstill, almost to its death. But we've seen a resurgence of interest in the Hawaiian language. And having all of you sit out there just warms my na'au and makes me feel really good. My na'au is, my insides feels really, maika'i feels really good, because I know that there are still people who want to see the Hawaiian language being spoken as much as I do. There are children in the Punana Leo preschools, total immersion preschools, children in elementary schools that are total immersion, who are learning the Hawaiian language, who live the Hawaiian language, who speak, dream, laugh, cry in the language. And they need a community to speak to. They can't only be speaking to each other. So all of you out there who are taking the time this morning to sit and learn a little, you're just helping the cause. I would also like to take this time to dedicate this very first show to a very special woman in my life, and that's Ethel Kauhi Vaio'ewa. Keaunui, and that's my grandmother, who gave to me this gift that I am about to share with all of you. Because this gift of the Hawaiian language isn't enough for just me. It's very important that we share this with as many people as we can, so that one day, when we're walking on the street, it's not so weird to hear people speaking Hawaiian fluently. Today, of course, what's really important is that we speak Hawaiian properly and that we pronounce our words carefully. And we know that we hear Hawaiian being pronounced wrong, all the time, and that's because we don't have anyone telling us exactly how it should be. So this morning, before we do anything else, we're going to go over some pronunciation, simple pronunciation, and look at some words that are commonly mispronounced. And then if you have any questions about the pronunciation of a word or or a question, you just give a call, okay? So let's take a look at the alphabet, the pi'apa. Pi'apa is the alphabet. In the Hawaiian language, there are 5 vowels, same like we have in English, except they have different sounds. Let's start with ah. Can you say that? Ah. Okay, I'm going to be asking you to say these vowels with me, and so, I'm going to assume that you're doing it out there and you're enjoying this class and you're going to follow me and you're not going to make me do this alone, okay? I always tell my students, I always wanted to be a cheerleader, but I obviously never became a cheerleader because I wanted to do, call the name of the school and everybody repeat. So this is my attempt to try in that capacity, okay? So when I say ah, you say ah, and as we go along, you just follow, okay? Okay, let's take a look again. Ah. Okay, you said ah. This is a. A. Are you saying a? Maika'i. Do you remember what maika'i meant? It meant good. Okay. E. E. This is no longer an I. This is Hawaiian language, and so this is an E. Okay, let's say it. E. O. O. Now, we have a tendency, many people have a tendency to say, instead of saying O, they say O. Okay, this is not an O, this is an O. Okay, like in kona, not kona. Kona, right? Hear that O? Flat O. Okay, let's take a look at the last vowel, and that's U. U. We'll go through the whole thing again. A, E, I, O, U. Okay, sometimes people will say, oh, but what happens when you have a whole lot of vowels strung together? How do you do that? How do you say it when there's like a lot of vowels together? Well, you take your time for one, and you sound it out. And you don't try to say it all one time, because when you do, then that's when you jam up, okay? So you want to go slowly. You want to say it one at a time and then mash them all together and see how it sounds, okay? So let's take a look when we put our vowels together. A, E, I. A, I. And you're saying it with me, aren't you? A, O, ow. A, U, ow. Maika'i. Let's try it with the A. E, A, ea. E, I, ei. E, o, eo. E, u, eu. Yeah? Maybe you've heard that word, eleu. Eu. There you go. I, a, ia. I, ie. I, o, io, like in Iolani. I, u, iu, like in Kaiulani. Yeah? Let's start with the O. O, a, oa, like in koa. O, e, oe. O, I, oi, like Maui no ka oi. Yeah, it's not Maui no ka oe, it's Maui no ka oi. Oi, hear that E sound at the end? O, u, o. Okay, now we're going to go a little faster, follow along. Ua, ue, ui, uo. I don't know if this pointer wants to move that fast. Let's try again. Ua, ue, ui, uo. Maika'i. Okay, let's take a look at our Consonants. Now, some people say there's 7 consonants. I say there's 8. And if anybody wants to call and say, what? Wait until after I show you the 8, okay? There's 8 consonants, and 7 look like letters, and 1 looks like just a mark, okay? But we'll talk about that. Let's look at them, okay? He, he, ke. You sing that? Ke. La, la. Mu, like in mu'u mu'u, yeah? It's mu'u mu'u, not mu, yeah? Mu'u mu'u. Nu, pi, ve, okay? He, ke, la, mu, nu, pi, ve. Heard that song? He, ke, la, mu, nu, pi, ve, hanna ho. He, ke, la, mu, nu, pi, ve. Okay. Now, when we spell, this is how we're going to spell. You see this over here, Kulāiwi? This ke would be ke, then we go up to u, la, we'll talk about that mark after, I, ve, I. That's how we spell. Ke, u, la, a, I, ve, I. That's how you spell in Hawaiian. This is no longer a U, and that's no longer an I. Okay? So as we go along, we're going to spell together. Now, let's take a look at, you're sitting there going, okay, that was 7, Akela, where's the 8th one? Well, da-da-da-da-da-da, by process of technology, here we go, here's the 8th one. Okay, this 8th consonant is called the okina, and you're thinking, well, that doesn't look like a letter, but it's a little mark that has a major function in Hawaiian. It separates the vowel sounds, okay? And it's called an okina. See this? This mark is called an okina. If you look at it, it's not like, it's a backwards apostrophe with the dot on the bottom in the shape of a C, okay? So when you write it, that's the way it should be written, okay? That's an okina. Now let's look at a word using the okina. Let's look at the word when it doesn't have an okina, okay? Let me make sure this is nice and straight for you. Okay, maika'i. Now, I've been saying all morning to you, maika'i, maika'i. Now, without the okina, you see what happens? It comes out to maikai. Doesn't mean anything, maikai, okay? But here, when we put in the okina, it separates these 2 vowel sounds so that we have a clear ka'i, maikai. Yeah, see? You understand that? Maikai, maika'i, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. The drink maitai actually came from the word maika'i. Hawaiian language has T's and R's. Some of us still use T's and R's in our Hawaiian language. And so the K in maika'i was actually a T at one time, and it should have been maitai. Well, someone got lazy, threw out their okina, and then we ended up with this drink called maitai. And so, see, now take a look here. We had maitai. Had they put in their okina, you would have gotten maitai. Now, if you were to go somewhere and ask for a maitai, they'd look at you and say, huh? We don't serve that here. Or they bring you something you don't even recognize. Okay, those were the letters of our pi'apa, of our alphabet. Yeah, pi'apa. Can you say that? Pi'apa. Pi'apa. Okay. But there's one more mark that's very important, and I know you're seeing it pop up over the A in Kulāiwi, and that's the kahako. Okay? The kahako is this bar over a vowel. Now, it doesn't have to only be an I, it can be any vowel under here. And what it does is lengthen the vowel sound. Okay, some people like to say it accents the vowel sound, but really it's more like it lengthens it, okay? So you saw a kahako over the O in the word kahako. Now, if we didn't have that, it would have been kahako instead of kahako. Is there a difference? Hear the difference? Kahako versus kahako. Okay? Now, I'd like to show you, this is always my favorite example, and I know if some of my former students are watching, you're going to say, not that example again, okay? But too bad, because I cannot think of any other better example, and I've done this for so long that I like to use this one, okay? So let's take a look at these 3 words. To you, they probably all look the same, okay? And they look the same to me, too, so we'll talk story about this. Okay, right now, it just says kala, kala, kala. Y'all thinking, that's right, it says kala, kala, kala. But actually, one is the name of a fish, Now, this is my favorite part because I get to show my artistic qualities here. Okay, one is the name of a fish. The next is the word for the sun. Okay. And the last is the word for money. Okay. Now, how do you know which one is which? Well, the name of the fish is kala. Kala. How many of you have eaten kala or seen limu kala? Yeah? Or in kala in soup. Okay, that's the name of the fish, kala. You don't hear any kahako in that. But listen to the word for the sun. Kala. Kala. Now remember I said that the kahako lengthens the vowel sound. Now which is long? Kala. Okay, those of you who said the second you win the prize. You get to be on Kulāiwi next week with me. Okay? Now the last one is kala. Kala. Kala coming from the English word dollar. Dala. Yeah? Kala, dala, get it? Okay, now where's the kahako in there? Remember this was kala. This one is kala. Kahako over both you say? Polole, you're right. Okay, very good. Okay, now you notice how you're always going to be right. You're always going to be right because I can't hear what you're saying out there. So every time you say something, I just say maika'i. This is the best kind of class because you're always correct. No kumu standing there telling you, no, say it again, say it again. Just a kumu sitting here going, maika'i. You could be doing it wrong and who knows, okay? Let's take a look at some words that are commonly mispronounced, okay? And that's the word. We're going to look at names of royalty, okay? Like Kamehameha. Now that I work for Kamehameha, I hear a lot of people saying Kamehameha, okay? So I would like to correct that first off and make sure that all of us are saying Kamehameha. Look at it. Sure, a long word, plenty alphabets, plenty vowels. What are you going to do? Take your time. Kamehameha. See? Kamehameha. Okay, next word. Kaiulani. Now you're saying, I heard something in there. Those of you who caught it, listen again. Kaiulani. Okay, do you hear an okina in there? You should. Okay, the okina is between the E and the O. Kaiulani. Okay? How about the next? Kalakaua. Now, I hear everybody go, oh yeah, you go down Kalakaua Avenue, Kalakaua. I don't know where Kalakaua is, and I don't think he would dig it too much if you called him Kalakaua. I think that's kind of, not nice, not pono, not good. Okay? It's Kalakaua. Kalakaua. Okay? Okay, see the kahako? Kalakaua. Next one. Now this is commonly mispronounced. Everyone says Liliuokalani. Liliuokalani. See this it gets left out. Okay? Liliu. Liliuokalani. You say that. Liliuokalani. Maika'i. Okay. Let's look at our next one. Our last princess. Kaiulani. Kaiulani. Okina between the and the E. Kaiulani. Are you saying this with me? Okay. I'd like to know you're out there with me saying it. Okay. Kalanianaole. Oh, yes, this is my favorite. It's an okina between the and the O. Kalanianaole. I hear that every morning in the traffic report. Yeah, we hear Kalanianaole. I don't know how you get Kalanianaole out of Kalanianaole. So let's say it together and, every time you hear a traffic report and you hear that it wasn't right, you repeat and you say, no. Kalanianaole. Kalanianaole. Okay? Because he was a great ali'i who helped his people, with homestead land, and we should give him some honor by saying it right. I remember once someone was telling me, oh yeah, you go down Cal Highway and you turn left, and I thought, what's that Cal Highway? I've heard Cam Highway, that was bad enough, but Cal Highway, and they meant Kalanianaole Highway. Well, let's take a look at the last one, okay? And that's Likelike. How many of us have heard Likelike? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, Likelike. I see we have a phone call. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Owaiko inoa. What's your name?
Kanoe.
I'm sorry, could you turn your TV down?
It's down.
Oh, okay, it's down. All right. Oh, I'm still hearing it. Could you turn it way down? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Aloha, Kanoe. Where are you from?
Papakolea.
Papakolea. Aloha.
Aloha.
Hi. May I help you?
We want to know what is the correct spelling for the last name, Na'awao.
Wow. Okay. Let me write this down for you. Okay. That's a good question because I hear that a lot. People wonder what is. I'm sorry about these marks over here, but we'll just go over them. Na, au, wow. Can you see that color? My real beautiful writing on this. Na, au, wow. Okay, see the okina between the the two Na, au, wow. Maika'i, mahalo for your question, Kanoe. Hikino. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I got a phone call. All right. We're going to watch our vignette now, okay? And when we come back, I'll be telling you what our little ohana said. Now, let me set this up for you. Tutu today is bringing home her friend, Auntie Lehua, and she's introducing her to her three mo'opuna, her three grandchildren. And listen for key phrases, because these are the phrases that we're going to go over today. They're owai koinoa, nohea mai oi, and pehea oi. Okay? Some of you probably think, oh, I know that. And some of you are thinking, what is that? Well, one is what's your name, one is how you, and one is where you're from. But I'm not going to tell you which one is which. I just want you to sit back, watch this vignette, think about it, watch the body language, watch the facial expressions, and try to figure out for yourself what's being said here. Now, the other thing I want you to do is watch the actions of this family and the way they take care of Auntie Lehua when she comes, like we all do when we take care of a guest in our home. Okay? I'll see you as soon as it's fall. Ahui ho.
Oi. Aloha, awina la e ku mau mo'opuna. Pehea kākou I ke ia la.
Aloha e tutu, maika'i no?
Aloha tutu.
Aloha. Oe. Awhea oi e puale.
Maki ke ale puna.
E aloha tutu, aloha.
E hele mai. O ko uhoa ke ia o ana ke lehua e huni mai ai.
Aloha e ana ke lehua?
Aloha. E kala mai o wai ko inoa.
O kunane ko uino.
Aloha ka ua e kunane pehea oi I kia la.
O maika'i no wau mahalo a o oi.
Hau oli no wau, mahalo.
Aloha na ke lehua.
O wai ko inoa.
O ke alohi ko inoa.
O ke alohi.
E puale. E hele mai.
Ai hiki loa. E kanoe, mahopi paha, ahui ho. Aloha e tutu.
Aloha.
Pehea oi.
Maika'i no. O ana ke lehua ke ia. E
Aloha.
hele mai.
Aloha. E kala mai o wai ko inoa.
O puale ko inoa.
A pualei.
E ana ke lehua e komo mai e noho mai.
O mahalo e kunane.
Ani ke lehua, make oi ke mea inu.
A ole, mahalo.
Make oi ko mea ai.
A ole e pualei. Ua mai ka ino wau. Mahalo.
E tutu. Ke ia la ua lala hewa ka ukumu. I ka hua o lala o kane ohe.
Yaha.
Kane ohi. Ka ukumu ke kahi o lala o ia ka halu ai ole makapu.
Me ka ukumu pu o lelo o ia maeli.
Yeah. Hewa ke la. O ka puana pololei, o kane ohe, a me ka halu'u, o makapu'u, a me ma'iwi.
Ai polele oi tutu. Lohia mai oe ana ke lehua.
No kane ohe mai au. A ka noho wau I ka halu.
E ke alohi noia mai oi.
No maili mai au.
Maika'i. A o oe pualei noia mai oi.
No maili mai au.
Oh. E kunani noia mai oi.
No ma'ili mai au kekahi.
Oh, noho oko me tutu.
Ai.
Ai, pololi oko.
Ai, pololi wau.
Pehea ka mea ai Hawaii. Ai, ono ka mea ai Hawaii.
Makaukau.
Ai.
E tutu, hiki au ke kalaiwa ke ka'a.
Ai, aka, e kalaiwa me ka malie.
Ai, hiki no.
Ai.
Aloha. You know, I just want to remind you that you can still call. How was that vignette? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, good, because now we're going to go over this, okay? I think there's a phone call, so let me see if I can answer that. Aloha? Aloha? Eh, aloha? Oi! Oh, maika'i. O mahalo, aloha alulu no wau.
Aka, ke nana wau I ke kahi mea. Poina paha ke kahi inoa o Kuhio, Poina paha o ke kahi inoa o Kuhio. And
Kalamai.
hele koke o I Likelike.
I Likelike, no ka mea ua ha'i mai ke ia wahine, avivi ho mai ke ia. Ai, mahalo. Ha'i wau I ke ia po inana. Okay, mahalo, hui ho. That was just a little reminder that we didn't do Kuhio, and I should have told you that Kuhio does have kahako over the u and the o. Kuhio, because you're probably wondering too, what happened? We jumped to Likelike. First time, you know, you got to excuse Kalamai. Okay, so don't forget, people on Oahu, call 946-0700. People on Neighbor Island, 1-800-342-7949. Okay, how is that? Yeah, imagine somebody coming home to your whole house and introducing somebody in Hawaiian and just having a whole home that speaks Hawaiian. It's a beautiful feeling. So let's go over and see what Tutu said, and let's first listen to what the very first thing she said was hooey. I think we got a little technical glitch, but that's okay. I always like to say that, you know, Hawaiians, they don't ring doorbells. That's not their thing. They call from outside in the driveway and they go, hooey. I know my auntie, she used to do that all the time, and we always knew it was her when she would say, hooey, aloha. And everyone in the house would go, oh, it's Auntie Millie, because she was the only one who would say, hooey, okay? But the children respond to her and say, aloha tutu. And she says, ai, aloha. Now, that A, if you listen carefully, it wasn't aloha tutu, it's aloha e tutu. Here it is. Okay. Hui. You hear that, see that, Kako? Aloha e tutu. This A is very important. We think that's real pidgin to say, malia, keola. But this A is Hawaiian. It calls attention. Aloha e tutu. Okay? Now, we could give our aloha at all different times of the day. We could say, aloha kakahiaka. Aloha kakahiaka. That would say, give our aloha in the morning. Okay? We could say, aloha avakia. Good afternoon. Actually, avakia is about 10 to 2. Okay? We like to kind of give it that time, but actually what it is the time when the sun gets the hottest. Okay? And when the sun begins to come down, then we say, aloha awina la. Aloha awina la. Are you saying that with me? Aloha awina la. Maika'i. Okay? And then in the evening, like twilight, dusk time, we say aloha ahi ahi. Now make sure we're saying ahi ahi and not ahi ahi. Okay? Aloha ahi ahi. Maika'i, let's try it again. You repeat after me. Aloha kakahiaka. Aloha kakahiaka. Aloha avakia. Aloha awina la. Aloha ahi ahi. Now, try to get it all straight, okay? Figure out which one comes. Now tell me, good evening. Did you say aloha ahi ahi? Maika'i. Okay, let's look at the next phrase that they used in the show. And that was, pehea oi. Let me straighten this up for you. Okay. Pehea oi means how you. You speak good pidgin, you can speak good Hawaiian, because that's what it says here. Pehea oi. How you. And what's neat about this little phrase is that the answer goes right in the place of the question word. This is a question word, pehea. Pehea. And the answer is maika'i, good. Maika'i, I'm good. Now you've heard people say maika'i no. If they put a no in here, all that is emphasizing that they're really maika'i, they're really good, okay? So you see how pehea is replaced by maika'i, and oi obviously has to turn to au, because oi is you and au is I, okay? So how are you? I'm fine. Pehea oi, maika'i au. Now maybe you're not always maika'i, maybe sometimes you're sick, tired, happy, sad. So let's try those words. O ma'i, sick, okay? Ma luhi. So now if you want to, somebody says, pehea oi, and you're tired, you say, ma luhi au. Ma luhi au. Remember the au is I, yeah? So let me ask you again. Pehea oi, ma luhi au. What if you're happy? How olio? Okay? What if you're sad? Ko mahau. Make sure we're saying mahau and not ko mahau. Okay? Because there's no okina in the au. Let's go back to maika'i. Oh, okay. Aloha. Can we go back to maika'i? I want to show you how there's no okina in the au. Okay? Oh, hello. You can tell this is our first show. We just make it quiet. Okay, here we go. I promise by number 12 we're going to be really hot. And then you have to put us on a national network. Okay. Maika'i. You see, there's no okina here. And I know people have a tendency to say maika'i. Okay? Now, there's an okina there, so it's pehea oi. But here, there's no okina, so this e should slide right into that ah. Maika'i. Same thing when we use the other words. O ma'i. Are you saying that? O ma'i. Ma luhi. How olio. Kau mahau. How about if we're hungry? Okay? Po lolio. You could ask somebody, you can even change it around and say, po loli oi, you hungry? And that person could say, I, po lolio. Thirsty, make'ai. You see this word? Like you're almost dying for water. Make'ai. Wai is water. That's the key part. Make'ai. And what if somebody asks you, how do you pehea oi? And you're feeling ugly? You can tell her, pupuka. Nah, you probably tell somebody, pupuka oi. You know, pupuka is not a bad word. Let me tell you a little story about that. When there's a new baby born, I remember when I had my first baby, and my auntie came to me and she said, oh, pupuka keia pepe, this baby's so ugly. I thought, oh, good thing I understand, else I would feel hurt. See, in Hawaiian, when they say that the baby is pupuka, or they say you're pupuka, they don't really mean that. They just want to make sure that no one else around is going to get jealous of your beauty. So they keep you they keep you humble and make sure that you pupuka instead. But deep down inside, you know that you're the next word, okay? And the next word is ui. Ui is beautiful, okay? And those of you who have the name U'ilani, don't let people call you Ui, okay? That's not your name. Your name is Ui, heavenly beauty, yeah? Beautiful, Ui. It also means it gives the idea that it's young and beautiful, okay? So you're not pupuka, you're Ui. But if you see a new baby, you can say, pupuka keia pepe. And those of you who have new babies here, pupuka, don't feel offended. Okay? Pololi, hungry. Makewai, thirsty. Pupuka, ugly. Ui, beautiful. And remember, they can all go in place of, where is this? In place of this. Pehea, you could say, pupuka oi, you ugly. Say, ah ole no, u'iel. I'm beautiful. I see we have a phone call. Aloha. Aloha. What's your name?
I'ini.
Aloha, I'ini. Where are you from?
From Aiea.
Aloha.
I would like to know, is your tapes for your programs going to be available to the public?
Yes, you can call this number if you're interested. 842-8059.
9.
Okay, and it's just an answering machine. So you leave your name and your address and your phone number, and somebody will get back to you about that.
Okay.
Aloha.
Thank you.
Mahalo for calling. Okay. We have another phone call. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. What's your name?
My question is,
I'm sorry. Have your name and where you from?
I'm from Ha'ula.
Aloha. And your name?
Is
Your name?
yeah, my name is James.
Aloha, James.
Hello.
Your question. Aloha.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear
barely
me?
Hear you.
Oh, okay.
My question is my middle name.
Yes.
I don't know where the Okinas go. It's a very long name. It's Lono Ikamaka Liliuokalani.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know what it means.
Repeat the question, please. The name part.
Lono Ikamaka Liliuokalani.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, and this is not to get out of this. This is to share something that's very deep. The question was how to pronounce your middle name, right? And I think names are very special, and I'm never really sure why someone gave that name or what activity prompted that name, if the name was from a dream or how it came. But the person who gave you that name is the person who really knows what they were trying to say. And sometimes I feel like if I tell you how it should be said, I'm putting my own mana'o, my own meaning on your name. And so I hope you don't mind, but I think you need to go back to the person who gave you your name, or else maybe you call and maybe we could talk story off the air, 842-8059, okay? Mahalo for calling, James. Aloha, we have another phone call. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha, what's your name?
Limahana.
Aloha Limahana, and where are you from?
Wai'nai.
Aloha. Your question?
I noticed the term that they use in their hele mai. And what I've always been taught is hele mai is go come. And
Yeah.
our kupuna always says just mai.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, the thing is, hele means to travel, and mai is telling you in which direction. And so that's how you get hele mai, travel in this direction towards me. So hele mai is maika'i, mai is maika'i, both work. Mahalo for calling. Okay, let's go on to our next phrase. Okay, we can take these off. Our next phrase that we had learned in the vignette, and we heard and we saw a good, clear picture of our little baby Ke'alohi answering this question. Auntie Lehua asked, "O wai ko inoa? O wai ko inoa?" Now, just by guessing, by seeing my name here, what do you think they're saying? They're asking, what's your name? Now, in Hawaiian, o wai means who. It doesn't mean what. And so I guess they use who because your name is just as much a part of you as you are a being, a living being. And so this is why you use owai. Owai ko inoa. Owai ko inoa. And just like pehea, wai in this case is a question word. So wai drops out and we put our answer in. O ekela ko uinoa. Now, I know your name isn't Ekela, that's my name. And so, when I ask you, Owai ko inoa, none of you should be responding, O Ekela ko uinoa, okay? You should be saying, O Kalani ko uinoa, O Keli'i ko uinoa, or something like that. But, let's try it. I'm going to ask you, okay? Owai ko inoa. Did you say, O Kimo ko uinoa? O James ko uinoa? O Kanoi ko uinoa? I know you're out there, okay? And don't forget now, ko is the question, what's your name? Owai ko inoa. And then the answer, o mea ko'u inoa. Ko'u, that's the difference. Ko'u. That okina is really important. Okay, I see we have a phone call. I'm going to test this out on you. Okay, aloha, owai ko inoa.
Hi, my name is Lokelani.
Oh, Lokelani, you're supposed to say, o Lokelani ko'u inoa.
I'm sorry, Lokelani ko'inoa.
Ko'u.
Ko'u.
Aye.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, Likelike, where are you from, Lokelani?
Ha'ula.
Oh, aloha.
Hi, I had a question. On the W,
Yes.
is it an emphasis of a V sound or the W sound?
My favorite answer to that is, when in Ke'anai, do as Ke'anai people do. When in Ha'ula, do as Ha'ula people do. Because sometimes we hear people say Owai, and some people say Owai.
Yeah.
Okay, so So either way is right, but there are times when it's definitely not a V, like away. You know, if you start walking around saying away, you know, people start looking at you like, hello, what you Italian? Okay, away, uwaki, like for watch. Okay, so those are definitely W glides, away, you know, uwaki. But V sounds, you can say Hawaii, you can say Hawaii, you're not going to be wrong.
But it wouldn't be right to say, like, Vaipahu?
You can. You can. People go look at you a little bit strange, but you're saying it right.
Yeah,
you see, the
okay.
word for water is vai or wai. Either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or
I'm not sure about
Oh,
waikiki.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
Ahuiho Lokilani.
Aloha.
Aye.
Bye-bye.
Aloha. You. Oh, everybody can talk story with me. I don't have time to teach my lesson. Aloha. Pehea oi.
Aloha kakaiaka.
Aloha no. O waiko inoa.
Ne koa
Ko'u.
ka'u the don.
I'm sorry?
Ona.
Oh, that was really maika'i. What's your name?
Don.
Don. Okay, you say o Don.
O don.
Ko'u.
Ka'u.
Ko'u.
Ka'u.
Ko'u.
Ko'u.
Inoa.
Inoa.
Okay, and where are you from?
Kapuhulu.
Oh, Kapahulu, maika'i.
So I'm very confused. This relates to the question just before.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, I feel like I'm talking to you, looking right at me.
Because you are. Talking to you, I don't even know what you look like.
Oh my goodness.
You must be handsome. Okay. You ooey. You
I'm
ooey.
very confused about the pronunciation of the W and the V sound, and I'm wondering how that happened. And I mean, I've heard many stories about why the W is pronounced as a V, and how it's selective even amongst persons who speak Hawaiian regularly, and it seems very selective. And what is the rule? I mean, if there is one.
Yeah, well, like I said before, there's no real rule, and people can come up with rules, but this is me being the kumu, so I get to say what I want to say, which is, like I said, you know, when you're with certain people who say V, certain people who say W, you just have to follow along, and you have to kind of listen, you know, what's right and what's wrong. Some sound right, some sound wrong, and you just got to choose, okay? Sorry, I'm sorry, I can't give you a hard and fast answer for the W and the V sound, okay?
How about yourself? How are you in terms of being so?
Well, you're going to hear me use it. You'll hear me say owai, and you heard me say makewai. So, you know, those are the kind of things. Mahalo for calling, Don. Ahuiho. Okay, I'm going to take one more call, and then I'm going to go back because we have one more structure to go through, okay? So, aloha.
Aloha.
Owai ko inoa.
Kuhio ka'amoana.
Ka'amoana, pehe oi.
Maikai.
Maikai, no kia oi ke lipuna mai nei.
O maki voi o lelo ia oi maikai ke ia papahana.
Mahalo ku'uhoa.
Oh.
Mai ho ue ia'u. Okay, mahalo no ko ke lipuna ana mai. Uiho, aloha.
Aloha.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's go back here because we didn't do this really, really well. You see, Don, I grew up saying owai, and then I went to Ke'anai and I learned owai. And so either way was correct, owai, owai, okay? And some, like I said, are hard and fast. It's definitely a W glide, but not in this case, either way. Okay, so your name should go in here. And remember I told you, ko is your, ko'u is my, okay? Now let's look at this. We heard Auntie Lehua as every single child, you know, it was like, Auntie Lehua, you must be kind of lolo or something, but, you know, she asked every single child where they're from, and they were all from the same place. No hea mai oi. No hea mai oi. This hea word right here, that's the question word. Remember, I've been telling you, drop out the question word and put in your answer. In this case, I'm from Halawa Heights, so my response would be, no halavauka mai yau. No halavauka maiau. Okay? Now if you're from Papakolea, no Papakolea maiau. No Kapahulu maiau. Okay? You get it? No hea mai oi. She asked every baby that was there, and they said, no ma'ini maiau. Right? Then she figured out, oh, you all live with Tutu. And they all looked at her and went, yeah, we all live with Tutu, okay? So for some of you who are wondering, how do you pronounce some of the places you live? I'm just going to go really fast over some of these places, okay? Let's take a look. Okay, Kalamai, tara. Who did that? There's this little merehune that just wants to jab me up and make me look bad, I know. Okay, Oahu. We come from Oahu. Our Okina is here, Oahu, okay? Keala ke kua. ke ala ke kua, no marks. Those of you in kona, kane ohe, on the windward side, kane ohe. Po ka'i, po ka'i. Okay, we're going to have to be really careful about how we say different words. All right, let's look at more. Li hu'e, li hu'e. Now, someone asked me the other day, hey, Kelly, you always put the kako between the dot and the letter. When it's on a computer, I stick it between the dot and the letter. But a lot of people write it above. I write it so that it all looks the same, you know. I'm a wahine. I like things to be nice, pretty. Okay? Kona. People are wondering, why do you put kona in here? This is the easy one. That's because some people still say kona. Okay, this is kona. Kahului. Hu, not ha. So it's not kahalui, it's kahului. And we can't forget our little island, Lanai. Lanai. Okay? So now, if I asked you, no hea mai oi, where are you from? You can answer, no kapahulu maiau, no lanai maiau, no aia maiau. Okay? Let me practice with you those questions. Owai koinoa. Did you answer that? Pehea oi. Pehea oi. Did you say you were sick? No, don't use that typical maika'i. You know, let's be creative. Use how olio, maho. You know, all kinds of different things. Okay, now I'm going to give you some time to practice this. I'm going to give you a situation. It's going to go up on the screen. And I want you to read through this and then take your time. Think about what would you say in that situation? How would you respond in this situation, okay? So I'll see you in about a minute. Ahui ho. Okay, so if you're ku'uwehi, what were you saying? Were you saying things like, aloha? And then the lady watering her tea leaves goes, aloha. And you said, pea oi. And she goes, oh, maika'i. And then you ask each other, oi ko'inoa, or da-da-da, ko'uinoa, oi ko'inoa, or ku'uwehi ko'uinoa. But you know, one of the things that we learned today is, hopefully in our vignette, is that when people come to your hale, yeah, there's a certain way to treat them. There's a certain way to show your aloha. And that's ho'okipa. That's the value, ho'okipa. That hospitality, that very kind, nice way of treating people, okay, that we should all have when someone comes to visit. We heard our little ke'alohi ask, oh, do you want something to drink? And we heard ku'uwehi ask, pualei ask, do you want to drink something? And she says, oh, no, she's happy, she's okay. And we see Tutu come out with a tray of something to eat, something to drink. And I think the most important one was when we saw Kunane turn the TV off so that we could focus all our attention onto Auntie Lehua. Okay, so let's take a look here at the value that was shown in today's vignette, and that was ho'okipa, that value of welcoming this person into your house. Okay, now I'd like you to think, just for later on, between now and the next show, about how you would have responded. If you were that lady watering tea leaves in the yard, how would you have responded to Ku'uwehi? After you talked story a little bit about outside, would you have taken her into your house? Would you have offered her something to drink? You know, think about how it is in your own home. Is that how we treat our guests and how we show them our aloha? Okay, I know we have a phone call, so I'm just going to say aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.
Hi. Oh, what's your name? Owaiko Inoa.
O Denise Ko'uinoa.
Aloha, Denise. And no hea mai oe?
No nanakuli mai au.
Oh, aloha. Maika'i. Very good. You had Hawaiian before, huh? Okay.
I'm supposed to the Hawaiian immersion at Waiau.
Oh, Maika'i. What's your question?
Pardon me?
What's your question?
Basically, I just wanted to say thank you because you're helping parents help their kids.
Well, that's the point. That's what we want.
Yeah, the parents don't, the children pick up things faster than we do.
Oh, aye.
So
They don't have everything cluttering their mind.
Yeah,
Aye.
so anything that you can do to, try and embed it in our brains better,
Well, anyway, we work together. Laulima kako.
Aye.
Aye. Mahalo, Denise, for calling. Aloha. Aloha. We have another call. Aloha.
Aloha.
Owaiko Inoa.
O hana mua ko'u inoa.
Aloha. And no hea mai oe?
Ano wai manalo mai au.
Aloha.
Aloha.
And pehea o wai manalo.
Hello, Maya. I just tuned in.
Uh-huh.
And to the part when you were doing the name.
Uh-huh.
And I see Kulāiwi on the screen.
Aye.
I assume there was your inoa. O wai ko inoa.
O ekela ko inoa. Kulāiwi is the name of the show.
Mahalo.
Hikino. Ahuiho.
Ahuiho.
Aye. Okay, we're going to watch that vignette again because I think at this point you're going to watch this again and you're going to go, now I know what's happening, okay? So sit back, relax, enjoy, and see when it's po. Hui ho.
Hui. Aloha awina la e ku mau mo puna. Pehea kako I ke ia la.
Aloha e tutu maika'i no?
Aloha tutu.
Aloha. Oe. Au hea oe e pole.
Maki kele puna.
E anoa tutu. Aloha.
E hele mai. O ko uhoa ke ia o ana ke lehua e honi mai ai.
Aloha e ana ke lehua?
Aloha, e kala mai o waiko inoa.
O kunane ko uino.
Aloha ka ua e kunane, pehea oi I ki a la.
O maika'i no wau mahalo a o oe?
Hau oli no wau, mahalo.
Aloha na ke lehua.
O waiko inoa,
O ke alohi ko'u inoa.
o ke alohi.
E pole. E hele mai.
Ai hiki no e kana e mahopi paha awiho. Aloha e tutu.
Aloha.
Pehea oi.
Maika'i no. O ana ke lehua ke ia. E
Aloha.
hele mai.
Aloha. E kala mai o waiko inoa,
Puale ko'u inoa.
a pualei.
E ana ke lehua e komo mai e noho mai.
O mahalo e kunane.
Ani ke lehua, make oi ke mea inu.
A ole, mahalo.
Make oi ka mea ai.
A ole pualei, ua mai ka ino wau, mahalo.
E tutu. Ke ia la ua olelo hewa ka ukumu. I ka ahua olelo o kane ohe.
Yaha.
Kane ohi.
Ka ukumu ke kahi olelo o ia kahalu ai ole makapu.
Me ka ukumu pu o lelo o ia maili.
Ai, e hewa ke la. O ka puana pololei, o kane ohe, a me ka halu'u, o makapu'u, a me ma'iwi.
Ai.
Ai, polele oi tutu. No hea mai oi, ame ke lehua.
No kane ohe mai au, a ka noho au I ka halu. E ke alohi nohea mai oi,
No maili mai au.
maika'i. A o oe pualei nohea mai oi.
No maili mai au.
Oh, e kunane nohea mai oi.
No ma'ili mai au ke kahi.
Oh, noho o ko me tutu.
Ai.
Ai, pololi oko.
Ai, po loli wau.
Pehea ka mea ai Hawaii.
Ai, ono ka mea ai Hawaii.
Makaukau.
Ai.
E tutu, hiki au ke kalaiwa ke ka'a.
Ai, aka, e kalaiwa me ka mali e.
Ai, hiki no.
Ai.
Well, pehea kela, how was that, huh? This time I'm sure you sat there and you thought, oh yeah, now I know what's going on. I'd like to give you 2 books that, well, I'd like to show you 2 books. I would like to give you, but I cannot. Okay, these 2 books are really helpful in learning Hawaiian language, or at least pronouncing them right. The first is Place Names of Hawaii by Pukui, Albert, and Mo'okini. Okay, this will help you pronounce place names correctly and give you a little story about each one. The other book that is valuable, and my husband happens to call this his Bible, this is the Hawaiian Dictionary. And you can purchase these books in almost any bookstore, okay? And Sam's Club is the best place. Maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. But Pukui and Albert is the ones who put together this dictionary. I know I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay, I would also like to encourage you to tell your friends, your ohana, anybody you know, to watch every Saturday morning from 10 to 11, okay? Because this is going to be good fun, and we have 11 more to go. The number for Kulāiwi at Kamehameha Schools, once again, is 842-8059. Now remember, that's just an answering machine, so just leave your name, your number, your phone number, and the question that you have, and somebody will get back to you shortly, okay? I would like to share with you that next week, we're going to be going to a Hawaiian restaurant, because you heard at the end of the vignette, Tutu asked them, are you hungry? And they all said, oh, yeah, we're hungry. And so she says, okay. And one of the little girls says, well, how about Hawaiian food? So next week, we join them in a Hawaiian restaurant. I see we have one more phone call, and so I'm going to say to you, aloha.
Aloha wina la e kela.
Ai, aloha no pehea oi.
Maika'i noa.
Maika'i. O wai ko inoa.
O Ed ko inoa.
Aloha Ed, where are you from? No hea mai oi.
No hea o Papakolea mai au.
Oh, Papakolea, aloha.
Aloha. He nina au.
Ai.
When I was younger at Kamehameha, our kumu'olelo, Mrs. Harriet Burroughs.
Yes.
One of the first phrases she taught us was, hea ko inoa. Now, I notice now in the classes we go with Owai ko inoa.
Ai.
Pehea ko mana'o.
Well, my mana'o is, my tutu told me Owai ko inoa. I think I'll stick with Owai ko inoa. Okay? Because she's my reference. She's my expert. Okay?
This question, I'm not challenging you. I just
No, I know you want a clarification. But hiaha is what? And it works. But I think Owai, I like Owai.
Thank you very much.
Okay, aloha hui hou. Okay, I would like to welcome you to watch for the next 12 Saturday mornings and visit with us. And, you know, feel free to call and give your mana'o or ask a question. I just enjoyed today. I can't believe how an hour has gone by so fast. I hope you like those vignettes. All of the people that you see acting in the vignette speak Hawaiian fluently, even down to our little baby Ke Alohi. She attends Waiau Elementary School. And our tutu, she teaches at the university. Our kunane, our oldest boy, he teaches at Punana Leo Honolulu. And the middle one is Ku'uwehi, she goes to Punahou. So you see, everybody and anybody can speak Hawaiian. And so if you're out there and you're enjoying this, let us know. And hang in there with us for the next 11 Saturday mornings, okay? Mahalo nui, ahui ho, aloha.